What's going on, everybody? This is Marcus. Before I get started, I want to thank you guys so much for your support. It really means a lot to me, and you guys mean so much to me. I love you all dearly. Thank you all so much for everything. For those who are new to my channel, and for those who are seeing it for the first time, make sure you like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications whenever I drop a video. And we're going to always keep this thing rolling. So, let's talk about Ms. Marvel episode 4. So, I will say this, I do apologize if I'm only one episode behind, especially for the Easter egg. However, I did recently watch episode 5 and it was really awesome. And I'm definitely can't wait to see what episode 6 will be in store next Wednesday, because it's going to be the final episode of Ms. Marvel for the season finale. So, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. So, first, I'm going to do an Easter egg breakdown for episode 4. And then I'll do an Easter egg breakdown for episode 5 as well. So, again, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, because with so many music covers that I do and other reviews, and I have a lot going on too as well, in a positive way. So, again, I just want to thank you guys so much just for bearing with me, you guys. But like I said, so far, I love Ms. Marvel. The entire series is definitely my favorite. As a matter of fact, Iman Vellani has also been praised for her performance as Kamala Khan, so it's definitely an A+ in my book. So shout out to you, Iman, because you definitely epitomize Kamala Khan, that's for sure. So, but basically episode 4, it leaves off with Kamala. She's actually going to Karachi, to where she basically explores the origins of the Bangles, because she saw the train that was coming towards her. So there's like a lot of Easter eggs to unveil. So like I said, first we're going to do episode 4 of the Easter egg breakdown, and then my next one I'm going to do episode 5 for the Easter egg breakdown, which will be just in time for the final season, or the season finale, episode 6 of Ms. Marvel. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. So, but I got Eric Voss of New Rockstars next to me, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So episode 4, let's get right into it. So without further ado, let's do it.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and this is a breakdown of Ms. Marvel episode 4, which takes Kamala to Pakistan for even more boys to fight over her. Hey, yours, Kamala. From hidden realms to Ant-Man murals and Urdu, let's break down this episode brain by brain for all the details you missed, because there is so much to explain here. The best way to support New Rockstars is by checking out our Ms. Marvel inspired.
It was a good episode too.
NewRockstarsMerch.com, where you can get the ad option or write in a custom shout out for our after shows. Also, a reminder, we'll be in Austin this weekend at RTX. Hit us up on Twitter for details. On to the episode. Unlike previous episodes, this opening previously on segment switches to Urdu, as much of the visible text this episode does, including the closing credits, as the series transitions from Jersey City to Karachi, Pakistan. The music is Summer Nights by Raginder, featuring Wise Child, foreshadowing Sana's later description of the night she was separated from Aisha at the train station.
It was the middle of vacation. It was a hot summer night.
A tragic summer night Kamala revisits in the episode's final scene. The opening shot shows outside of the plane window, a cloud looming over the city of Karachi with the wing light shining through. And for a second, it evokes the existential threat facing this dimensional plane, revealed later this episode, the veil of Noor collapsing in the alternate realm of light flooding this one. It has been some time since Kamala ruined Amir's wedding, and she hasn't heard from her friend Nakia. She scrolls through her texts quickly, but they read, "I'm so sorry, please answer me, I'll explain everything. Hopefully you're all okay and no one is hurt. I wish things could go back to normal and like they were before. Please say something, anything. I don't know why I thought I could be a hero. It's so much harder than I thought. I don't know what else to say or how to fix this. I'm really sorry. Please just let me know you're okay." Though I don't know why Kamala expected new text to come in. She's been on an international flight and the plane isn't really low enough to get a cell signal unless she's using in-flight Wi-Fi. But even then, since it's an international flight, wouldn't she have to switch her SIM card? I don't know. She might just be doing that thing where she's reviewing a bunch of texts that she sent right before the flight departed, and now as the flight is landing, she's waiting for a new signal, panicking, waiting for what that response will be. Because I always do this. I'm always wondering, am I fired? Am I fired? Am I fired? Is anyone hate me? Do a trailer drop mid-flight? These are anxiety poison. I like how I have to send people to start to stand
Oh my
up to get
gosh.
stuff out of the overhead.
Yeah, it's like testing is practically just the pits, trying to figure out if anyone actually, responds or likes you. So it's like, yeah, totally relatable.
case on any flight, but especially international flights. Just a very common and weird thing for passengers to do. Kamala arrives at the Karachi airport blinded by the light of the excitement around her. We see a returning champion cricket team celebrating, and then she is showered with red flower petals, recalling her fantasy of Conrad in episode 2. She's greeted by her cousins and her Nani. They pass by a mural of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founder of Pakistan, and they pass under this sign, Karachi, the city of lights. Another
Karachi.
hint of the hidden realm threatening this plane, the Noor dimension, nor of course meaning light. This is
Light
literally
dimension.
the city of lights, about to become a city of even more light. Now, they used a number of establishing shots from the city of Karachi, but all the exterior shots with the actors were shot on lots in Thailand. Then, mixed into the opening Ms. Marvel titles are a number of them written in Urdu, and I like how one of these Ms. Marvel logos is scorched into a delicious piece of naan.
That's
they
pretty
arrive
cool.
at Sana's home, but they meet the wonderful dog of Magnum, who needs to immediately become best friends with Lucky. Kamala finds Sana's study
Magnum and
/
Lucky.
painting room, where
Lucky
all
with the
world
scar on
of
his eye.
clippings related to the partition. One mentions Lord Mountbatten. Addressing the Pakistan Constituent Assembly, Lord Mountbatten was a Royal Navy commander and member of the British royal family who oversaw the partition and was assassinated by the IRA in 1979. A fascinating episode of The Crown, where he's played
I read
by
about
Charles
that
Dance,
before.
Tywin Lannister. You know, the show The Crown, where we all have to pretend we care about the whims of the royal family. My horse doesn't like me. Oh my God, we do paradise and world. Never mind that. My cousin is flirting. It's just one of the many reasons I like this show, for telling stories about, everyone else in the world. One of Sana's art pieces shows figures in shadow walking across a purple-hued cosmic backdrop, looking a lot like the Noor realm that Kamala briefly dropped into when she first flipped on that bagel in episode 1, and we see a bird's eye view of in this episode. After all, Sana does see those same trained visions. These are likely visions in her dreams too. Kamala and Sana chat about their background.
Am I a jinn? Of course. At least that is what my father told me. I don't see the whole fuss about. It's just genetics.
A bit of a pun there. Genetics.
Genetics. Oh, that's a good one. What a pun.
It tells her again that story about how a trail of stars saved her on the night of the partition by reuniting her with her father at that chaotic train station.
Until a trail of stars appeared and took me right back into his arms. On the train.
And I am assuming that this trail of stars will be revealed to either be Aisha maybe using her Noor projections to save her, or perhaps the carrier of the other bangle, like a Kree warrior, maybe a forebearer to Captain Marvel, or maybe one of the Kree created Inhumans, like Black Bolt or Maximus. I'm still holding on to hope that Inhumans might come up in the show. Kamala says that she can't figure out this puzzle and keeps breaking it even more. Yet Sana advises,
if you had lived like I have, lost what I have, you learn to find beauty in the pieces.
Interesting wisdom for this era that we're now entering in the MCU, that a broken, fractured multiverse is more beautiful than one that makes sense. Kamala flashes back to the battle at the wedding hall in episode 3, including the one shot of Autumn striking her. F this guy, but notice how light flashes on him. So we are seeing him from Kamala's point of view as her Noor light activated to shield her. She has this vision as the portrait of Aisha rests beside her on the pillow, showing how she's really sharing this dream with her great-grandmother.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were in here with someone.
Yeah, her cousin is joking about her sloth baby napping pillow, but Kamala was with someone here, Aisha. Kamala and the rest have to eat on the patio because of the boat club's no jeans policy, or is it a no genie policy? I'm sorry, I will leave. I am so sorry. As they tour the city,
Oh my
Kamala
gosh.
wears her New Jersey Avenger
The
Con shirt that
puns.
she got at the convention back in episode 1. Her cousin
Avenger
says,
Con.
Is this not exotic enough for the ABCD's Instagram? American-born, confused,
I
basic.
know what it means.
yes, this is a term used by South Asian people to refer to second and third generation Americans of their same ethnicity. Might also remind you of the slang ABC, or American-born Chinese, which showed up in Crazy Rich Asians, one of the texts, and might also be the
Oh yeah, Crazy Rich Asians.
Chinese restaurant in this episode.
Good movie, by the way.
None of this is for me to discuss. I am sorry. I love you all. I'm just trying to learn, and I'll shut up now. At the bottom right there is a QR.
Hey, I'm a learner too, Eric, so you know how I know how you are, man.
Scan it, it takes you to Ms. Marvel number 12 from 2015. You can read this comic for free here. This is when
Nice.
Kamala travels to Karachi and runs into the Red Dagger.
That comic's good, by the way, Miss
This
Marvel.
is a
So.
Polaroid stand. The meta joke is for us to literally take a picture with our phones of this stand. Kamala visits a train station and checks out a historic section that's under renovation, and there's a mural of Ant-Man resizing from small to large.
Yep.
And he's speaking a word bubble in Urdu, which translates to as powerful
As
an
powerful
ant.
as an
And then
ant.
there's a text box. You can start small and still be larger
Larger
than
than
life.
life.
Karachi Avengers Series Part 4. And that's it. This is part of the series. I love it. The artist is Sarah Hussein, actor Adrian Alfona. Adrian Alfona was the artist of the G. Willow Wilson Ms. Marvel series, and his name also appeared as a school founder back in episode 1. And we gotta point out that this is the latest of many Ant-Man references on this series, which may
Yeah,
just be because
it's a lot of
Ant-Man is
them.
a low-stakes comedic adventure that Kamala in the show references more than the others to balance out all the nods to Captain Marvel and Iron Man. Also, he is one of the more public-facing Avengers since it was his podcast that she listened to learn about what happened in Endgame. Also, Hawkeye did have a weird amount of Ant-Man nods that didn't really amount to anything, but it is just a reminder that people on the street level of the MCU are all about Ant-Man and Pym-Tech, and I really hope that we do see a version of Kamala's powers where she can truly resize the way Ant-Man can. She's then attacked by the Red Dagger.
It should be awesome,
Also
because she
from this time
can.
in the comics, Vigilante from Karachi, who actually ends up moving to Jersey City. He asks her,
Do all masked American have superpowers?
Well, how do you know I'm not Canadian?
yeah, meta joke here, Iman Vellani is Canadian. Might be why she's so dang likable. Kamala
She
uses
is.
her embiggened Nora
I like
fist
Iman,
to
too.
punch
She's
Green,
awesome.
and releases a series of Nora darts that, if you look closely, actually go into Ant-Man's legs on that mural. Kamala catches a dagger in her hand the way Bucky can catch knives, but she's definitely not as good at throwing it. They end up referencing Ninja Turtles and Danky Canning, and they fight to a draw.
Come with me if you want to live.
What?
Terminator reference. I laughed at that too.
Yes, the famous line from the Terminator, but I like how Kamala doesn't get the reference. Why? Because Terminators are movies for dads. This game is a movie for everyone. Everyone should watch it. Really, just teach you Judgment Day. No joke, top 5 movie for me. I love it. And I'm not even a dad, but I want to be one. As they enter the hideout, Kamala asks,
Red daggers. What are you gonna Pakistani boy band?
another boy band reference in the MCU.
The Avengers broke up. We're toast. Like a band? Like the Beatles?
The Avengers! Yeah, that's great! Thank you! What is that?
Wait, you don't have the Avengers? Is that a band? Are you in a band?
Didn't you guys chart in the 60s?
She meets Waleed. played
So
by
many
the
band
actor
references, too.
who actually starred in the movie The Sky is Pink, whose song played in the credits of last episode. He explains here.
The clandestines are not like the thing you heard about stories on religious texts. I mean, if Thor landed in the Himalayan mountains, he too would have been called a Hindu.
Yes, Waleed is alluding to the concept that Thor and other Asgardians only have their Norse identities because of where on Earth they arrived. In reality, Thor is an extraterrestrial, and the
Yes.
clandestines are interdimensional. It's just the human societies who
Clandestines.
call them Jinn. Jinn really come from pre-Islamic folklore, far predating the 100 years that the clandestines have been here. Now, big announcement, the God Butcher World Tour is here, and
God
Epic
Butcher,
Europe is the
yes.
merch for it. And what's more epic than the Necrosword Skewer?
Of course, I'm seeing Thor: Love and Thunder tomorrow night too, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. So that's gonna be pretty awesome. So, yeah, speaking of Thor, it is.
Do not adhere to superimposition of another realm map hovering over our world map. If you were to twist that knob a bit more, who knows? We might.
Twist the Bob a bit, yeah.
Is your audience
But
not an in-person
yeah, as far as like Thor: Love and
Is your
Thunder,
audience
I cannot
concerned
wait.
about
It's
event
gonna be
online?
awesome. So I'll do a reaction for that too, and give you guys my point of view about it.
Now, these lines do not adhere to any geography, topography, or tectonic features of our planet, or align to really any place of interest in the MCU like Wakanda or New Asgard. And that is accounting for if you were to align from Waleed's vantage point. But he uses the term realm, which is different from how universe has been used in the MCU. So to be clear here, universe refers to parallel realities within a multiverse, each of which are doppelgangers of our world with variants of ourselves living in it. The 616 universe, the 838 universe, the variants we saw in What If, the alternate Manhattans that Strange in America crashed through. Because notice, even Honeycomb World, the Tube World, the Bone World were still alternate urban Manhattans, just made of different things. So set that aside while we explain what realms are. Realms refer to surrealist, ethereal buffer zones between universes, where unknown beings live. So you got the Nor dimension, Ta Lo from Shang-Chi, and the realms beyond where the Dweller in Darkness originated. The Dark dimension, the Quantum realm, the Ancestral plane, the Duat Underworld, Valhalla, the Gap junction, the Mirror dimension, the Astral plane, the Shadow realm from Thor: Love and Thunder, Thanos' Soul realm. All of these seem to be accessed either via death or through physical waypoints that are hidden in our reality. And a lot of the realms I just mentioned definitely have spiritual connotations, and they seem to be constant to all of the universes that I mentioned in the multiverse. Like there might be only one quantum realm that is shared by all these universes, I think. Like I'm mostly getting that from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., in which they used the quantum realm to bridge different timelines, but this also seemed to be the case in Multiverse of Madness, where Clea took Strange to the Dark Dimension to mix an incursion between universes, suggesting that the Dark Dimension is a kind of neutral zone where they could look at two distinct universes independent of any one of them. Then we see another device showing the Nor Dimension.
There are many dimensions around us that we cannot see. This is just one of them.
What is this?
Aisha's home. It's connected to our world, but hidden behind a veil of noon that separates our world from ours.
Yes, more to unpack. The Veil of Nor is this realm's waypoint, like the waterfall that separated Earth from Ta Lo and Shang-Chi, and the dragon scale gate that separated Ta Lo from the realms beyond, where the Soul Sucker comes from. So this Nor realm is implied to exist on a dimensional plane on top of our realm, similar to how the Mirror Dimension and the Astral Plane, the Shadow Realm, exist all around us, just unseen. This might be why beings like the Jackals and Moon Knight and Gargantos were initially invisible. The Nor realm's surrealist columns tower high above the high-rises of Karachi, and it glows the same color of Kamala's Nor light. This is definitely the realm that she briefly fell into back in episode 1. Also look closely. On the far end of the Nor realm is a tree, which seems very important. When T'Challa entered the ancestral plane, he saw his Panther spirit ancestors in a tree. To me, this indicates that the Nor dimension also has a spiritual essence to it. Also, I like how this realm assembles in this device via gray sands or grains, reminding us of the granular vibranium that the Wakandans use to depict their origins. But then Waleed and Kareem warn,
Nur is the energy source of that realm. The veil, the clandestines. Even your powers are made of it.
If the clandestines use the bangle to tear down the veil, they'll unleash their world onto ours, until there's nothing left of it.
Yeah, this sounds a lot like the incursions we heard about in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Some similarities,
one
too.
universe collides with another universe.
An incursion occurs when the boundary between two universes erodes, and they collide, destroying one or both entirely.
So I don't know, I may be wrong about there being a difference between universe and realm in the way Marvel Studios defines these terms, and maybe this realm incursion is meant to be the same thing as a universe incursion, but I don't know, for now, I think universes and realms are different enough to assume that they are different categories of dimensional terrains, and both are just affected by the same crisis. So if we imagine each universe to be its own house in a row of cookie-cutter model homes in a suburban street, realms would be the yards, the driveways, the sidewalks, the streets, the ponds, the aquifers, the gas lines, the avocado trees, the dog houses between all these houses. And so for two houses to collide with each other, there must be some kind of flood or earthquake that also causes the yards, the gas lines, the avocado trees to smash into those houses first. Those trees and turf and water all amounting to what a realm is, a buffer zone in between
Educational,
the houses.
so I love it.
We've already seen some realm incursions existing in the MCU that can explain what these supernatural things are. Things
Moon
like
Knight was a good example of that.
Things like vampires, all these supernatural entities actually coming from realms, not other universes. And this earthquake in this extended metaphor could be a series of smaller tremors caused by several different disruptors, like Sylvie and Loki, and Peter Parker, Doctor Strange, Wanda Maximoff, all of them leading to one big earthquake, causing it all to collide, realms and universes. I don't know, I could be dead wrong about all that, that's just where my head is at right now. And in this moment, Waleed eyes the bangle.
I haven't seen that before. In all the years and everything I've heard about that bangle, there was no mention of it.
Yeah, he was pretty surprised about that bangle though, so... And I hate that he actually met his end too, because I definitely liked him too, so I was like, no.
It says what you see is seen.
So since Waleed can read this, and the myths never mentioned in the inscription, I think this was added later by Aisha. A message that the Trail of Stars being sought by Sana, and now by Kamala, is some kind of chain of extraterrestrials, Kree, or Inhumans seeking them. I assuming the ones seeking them are the same entities being summoned by the beacon in the Ten Rings, and this inscription is a warning. Then we visit the DODC Supermax prison, which is the same facility we see in the She-Hulk trailer, meaning the Abomination, Emil Blonsky, is also being kept in this place. Further confirmation of the authorities facing Kamala in this series is the same agency Jen Walters will deal with. We speculated this could be the Cube, the supervillain containment prison in the Nevada desert, originally a S.H.I.E.L.D. black site designed for gamma-radiated inmates, later becoming the home base of the Thunderbolts. The structure's angular architecture does
which a series about them is coming up.
Exploded Cube. The clandestines break free, Chiron getting hit with the blast of one of the DODC's sonic cannons, the same ones made from the Stark Tech shrunken down versions of his Hulk repulsor that he installed on War Machine. Najma's weapon looks like a Madugu used in a Tamil martial arts. It's made of deer horns, but in this case it looks like it's made of something different because we see it melting a lock, so apparently her weapon at least can superheat. Back in Pakistan, Sana tells Kamala the confusion between her Pakistani and Indian roots.
There is a border marked with blood and pain.
That's my favorite detail this episode when it comes to the thematic connection between Sana's border and the border of the Vale of Noor. Sana explains how all political borders are a bit arbitrary and leave us divided. This episode explains how the political map we thought we knew of this planet is actually pretty irrelevant when you superimpose the maps of other realms over this one. Kamala joins Kareem's friends around a bonfire as this guy sings an Urdu cover of Didi by Chet Khalid. Meanwhile, Sana and
That was a
reconnect
cool song
going
too.
through Milk Toffees boxes. Remember, Sana sent Kamala the bangle in one of these boxes in episode 1, and after Sana and Maniba are finally honest with each other this episode, the trauma begins to heal as the next generation of women bond over eating these Milk Toffees. I just love the visual storytelling of this prop here. Waleed gives
I
Kamala
never
some
tried a
fabric to
Milk
wear,
Toffee.
showing how she is piecing together her own costume, but the clandestines attack, leading to a chase in the streets of Karachi. Now, they referenced Terminator earlier. I just can't help but see a parallel in the good guys on the small rickshaw versus the clandestines pursuing on the larger truck, and the Terminator John Connor and T2 on the motorcycle fleeing the T-1000 on the semi. Kamala spots a family of 4 way insanely trying to pile on a motorcycle. The baby should not be on that. Kamala forms a Noor ramp that rolls the truck, and Kamala ends up back behind the wheel, a callback to her driving test in episode 1.
Episode 1, yep.
She floors it reversed initially. Waleed kills Salim.
That was
Najma
funny.
stabs Waleed, and Kareem kills Adam, and Najma stabs the bangle, sending Kamala through this rift. Now, these tears in the fabric of reality look a lot like the slices that Clea made in the Multiverse of Madness post.
Yeah, some similarities. The slices that Clea did.
It's not going back in time here. He's really going into the Noor dimension, the light dimension. This is the dark dimension, and this is really a memory that she's going into. Or she finds herself back on that hot summer night at the train station that Sana refers to when the families were forced to separate during the partition. It is heartbreaking to end this episode here, but I'm not sure if Kamala is truly being transported back in time. Like, you could totally read this as Kamala is going to be the one to create the trailer star, and she's going to save her own grandmother. It's going to be a self-fulfilling time loop. Harry Potter saving himself. Another version of Who's the Door from Game of Thrones. I mean, I don't know, that might be the case. I'm just leaning towards this being a memory contained within the bangle, because as Kamala walks around, no one really looks at her or reacts to her. There's just one guy who kind of steps around her when she turns to climb the train car, and Kretek
So there's so many people there.
intertwined with memory, from Project Tahiti and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., warping certain aspects of Coulson's memory, to Carol Danvers having implanted memories, causing her to see Skrulls as the enemy. So I think Kamala is on a similar journey of self-discovery that Carol was on. Similarly, witnessing this memory, but from the point of view of her grandmother, or her great-grandmother. She may be walking in one of their shoes in this moment. Kamala does see a woman with her daughter, but this woman is credited as a different actress than the actress who plays Aisha. Also remember, Aisha was separated from Sana in this moment. Sana would have been with her dad, and then separated from her dad as well, and then the Trail of Stars brought her back to her dad. I assume next episode we will see exactly what that Trail of Stars was, whatever cosmic source is seeking the bangle. Again, the Kree, or their Terran experiments, the Inhumans, folks like Black Bolt or Maximus. For now, at least, folks, the Inhumans are still on the table, and the final shot does show Kamala being enveloped in steam from the steam engine as haze surrounds the masses. A visual nod to Terrigen Mist. We may have missed the mist. And again, something I love about the closing credits, the locales have been all swapped from Jersey City to Karachi.
And I love the closing credits too of every episode.
Instead of Kamala's Bolt logo on the light, it is the Pakistani flag. Another thing they swapped out,
Pakistani flag, yep.
Kamala sitting on the swing now hangs from the crescent and the star of the Pakistani flag. What was the title of this episode? Seeing Red.
Seeing
like
Red.
Doctor Strange, Kamala was forced to go on red. In this case, go on that smoke show, Kareem. That's everything I spotted in this episode. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter.
And as you notice too, like she's actually getting her costume together as well. So the colors that she was getting by the red daggers definitely setting up to where she'll design her own costume, and something that we'll definitely see in episode 6 as well. So, but it's gonna be awesome. Like I said, I cannot wait to see episode 6. But like I said, I'm definitely going to do episode 5 for my next video as well. Do my Easter egg breakdown for that as well. So, but I thought it was cool. Yeah, definitely a lot of Inhuman references too, especially Maximus the Mad. It'd be pretty cool if they actually did bring back the Inhumans, because it's on Disney Plus, the first season that actually aired on ABC News, well, ABC Network that is. The first episode's on Disney Plus, so it'd be pretty cool if we actually see the Inhumans again. And then the Maximus the Mad reference, that was actually actually pretty cool too. So I think it'd be pretty cool if they actually do the series, considering that Black Bolt showed up in Multiverse of Madness. So that'd be pretty cool as well. So, but yeah, definitely a lot of cool references here, especially with just dealing with the history of partition, especially in Pakistan and India, where now they're pretty much like united thanks to the British separation and everything. So a lot of good history on that. So, but like Eric Voss myself, I'm also a learner myself. So I'm still a student in the games. I'm always asking questions around the same time as well. So, but like I said, it would be cool to actually see Maximus and the rest of the Inhumans as well. Of course, Maximus is actually Black Bolt's brother, and many times in the comics, he tries to take over the throne of Black Bolt, and it's pretty much of a family squabble between Maximus and the Inhumans. So yeah, but I thought the first season of the Inhumans, when it first aired on ABC, I thought it was a really good season, so I didn't see any problems with that at all, though. So, but yeah, but like I said, I'm definitely excited where episode 6 is going, so I'm definitely gonna do episode 5 next. And like I said, Iman Vellani is doing a really great job of playing Kamala Khan, so I'm definitely proud of her. And she's definitely going to be in the MCU for life as well. So, and then not to mention that she's also a Marvel comic fan herself. So she actually explains how, you know, she can pretty much relate to Kamala Khan and everything like that. Like, for example, Kamala going out with boys, asking boys out, whatever the case may be, you know, human, you know, natural stuff, you know, about asking people out and stuff. So, but yeah, it's pretty much similar to what Peter Parker went through when he first became Spider-Man. You know, how he became like very relatable to the common masses and everything. So it's pretty cool. You get to see Cameron's powers too. So like I said, we'll definitely be able to see that as well. So, but yeah, you pretty much get to see what Karachi, Pakistan is like. So I definitely like the culture and the scenes and how it actually sticks to not only the comics, but just to the culture itself. So I definitely love it. So what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for episode 5? Let me know down below, especially what you think about episode 4. Let me know what you guys think for episode 4. And again, I'm going to do episode 5 for my next video, so I'll post that tomorrow. And we'll be just in time for the final episode of Miss Marvel for the season finale. So I can't wait for that. So I'll definitely watch it and give my review. And on top of that, Thor Love and Thunder is coming out tomorrow night. So I'm definitely going to see that because I got my ticket already. So I'm going to do my reaction for that and can't wait to do my review for that, let you guys know. And if you guys have already seen it, let me know in the comments down below too. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. So, but I love you guys. Thank you so much. You guys know what to do. Like, share, subscribe to my channel, spread the message, continue to stay positive. I love you guys so much. As Stanley will always say, Excelsior. I'll catch you guys in the next one.